What is up, Dishers? This is David coming at you with this episode of the Deluxe Day Dishin. I really haven't had a chance to do brand new videos, a whole bunch, but every time that I get something that really is on my heart, I'm trying to bring these videos to you as much as I can. But this really hit me very hard, you guys, because I was actually really just sitting here the other day and I was just thinking about like what can I put on here. I'm just tired of talking about, either the normal stuff. I like to talk about the music industry, but I like to get in depth on what I like to talk about. I don't like to just talk about news here and there. I want to get more in depth on what I talk about sometimes. So this specific episode is definitely something that I've always been on my heart, but I never really had the guts to really come out and talk about it because a lot of people just play it off or they're like, oh well, this is not true or something like that. But it actually is coming from the mouth of somebody that is in the music industry. If you remember Tiffany Evans, she starred in The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Well, she didn't star, but she was one of the characters in The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She did some revamping and she came back out. She came out with her first album. It's called, I believe it was called Tiffany Evans. And now she had a song with Bow Wow. But now she's actually speaking out about Rihanna's brand new song called Russian Roulette. It's kind of a mixture, kind of a dark, more of a dark type song. But she really speaks out about this whole album, and it's stuff that I really thought about before, but it's actually pinpointed by her in this thing. And basically, a couple of things she said in here. She said Russian roulette equals the suicidal rate gonna skyrocket. That's what she said. She said you gotta watch what you say because there's a lot of weak people in the world. They are all susceptible to anything. So anything you say or do, some people actually do listen. So make sure it's nothing bad. It's okay to be deep, but not murder deep. So she goes on further to talk about people in the industry, and she says there are stars in this world that actually do. She says they worship Satan, and she said those are the ones that have killed to get the respect that they have now. And you'd be very surprised to see who actually is out here doing all this stuff nowadays. She goes on to talk about how Satan was the head of music. She talks about it. She gets biblical with it and stuff like that. And she said, people listen and pay attention. It's a war going on right now between good and evil. Evil will rule the world for a minute. The people that have this power are the people that rule the world. I'm done. She said, I won't say anymore before she gets in trouble. So she spoke out, and this is stuff that I've talked about before, but I was kind of scared. I'm kind of scared sometimes to talk about it because people sometimes shoot down what you were actually trying to say, or they just jump to conclusions like, okay, well, if you're this way, you're totally against this, or you're totally against that. But it's actually coming from the mouth of another person that's in the industry, not just to get attention. It's because a lot of these things are surfacing and people are understanding this. So I was reading some of the comments. I like to read some of the comments below sometimes. And some of the people said, wow, I keep hearing this. At first I said it was just a conspiracy. And even though it's not like Tiffany Evans is a big name, she has a pretty good taste of the industry. It's so clear what she is talking about. I hope it's all just speculation. Some people said that. It says Rihanna does look evil now. Who knows what is really going on behind the scenes? It says Rihanna, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, West, Diddy, just to name a few. Tiffany Evans better watch her neck now. They're coming for her. It says this is deeply true. Everything this Facebook post, if this was a Facebook post, I would put laugh out loud, because not everyone knows what Russian roulette means. I learned about it in school, and the part she's like pull the trigger, I was thinking like what the H is going on in her head. During these depressing times, we should not be releasing songs like this, because if I were suicidal and ran this song, I would pull the trigger. But I most definitely agree with Tiffany Evans, even if she is trying to get some publicity. So, and even with this, they said, wow, this brings a whole new light to the whole Illuminati thing. Basically, it's talking about Satan, devil worship, and it's talking about how he has a lot of different symbols and stuff like that. That he puts up on some of his music, stuff that's hidden in his music. A lot of stuff that he's done before has a lot to do with that. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, you guys, because every time that something comes out, sometimes when Beyonce came out with her album, if you see some of her certain pictures, she has some things where she has like there's a Satan symbol that is actually on one of her album covers where she like it's like a kind of a motorcycle cut outfit. I'm a big Beyonce fan, you guys. I'm not jumping to conclusions about it, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of different things that people have always speculated about before. But it's always good to see somebody that actually brings stuff to the light sometimes. And it's good to see somebody that's actually speaking about these things. Tell me what you guys think. This is only my opinion, so I like to hear what other people think. I don't want people getting mad, upset, like da 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 da. I'm coming for the people. No, it's basically I'm expressing my feelings about how I have felt about music industry and the different things that are starting to come up, and people are starting to see the light on certain things. Hopefully, they think that. Hopefully, they want it to be speculation, but I really do believe that a lot of artists that come out and release stuff like this are not just doing it for the attention. They're doing it because there's something in their spirit that is actually letting them talk about stuff like this finally, and it's some stuff is actually coming to the light. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. But I really want people to really think about it before you even comment back or tell me about what you're thinking. Let me know exactly what you think about it. Let me know how you feel. Write it back in your comments. I will talk to y'all later. Peace out. So many of you are saying, so David, what is your point of saying all of this? Basically, I'm saying that music has gone to a different level. If any of you are music lovers like me, you know that there has been a shift and a change in how music sounds now. People have gone for an international sound. They want a different sound. They want a world sound. It's a different sound that is being released into the world right now. And if you love music as much as me, you know that every single thing is not good for you. Just like smoking or doing other things, everything is not good for you. So some of the things that you always feed into your spirit are not always that good from what you're listening to. So I just urge the people, when you listen to something, sometimes you just feel so uplifted after you listen to an album, but sometimes you can feel so down after you listen to a certain album. Just I beg of you to always watch whatever you're listening to, whatever you're feeding into your spirit, that it is good and makes you feel good, and that it's not always bring you to a different place where you just feel odd. So that's all I really want to say. That's how I wanted to just sum up this whole episode. So, like it or love it, Deluxe Day. Peace out.
Come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say, come follow me, come follow me. That's why I had to say.